Keep going.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Right now I am currently at the gym. I'm hitting legs today. However though, this technically can be part 2 to the video because today's leg day is going to be more hamstring focused. So regardless, I know I told you guys in my last video that I was going to go ahead, if you guys requested, I was going to get part 2, but today I actually want to record my deadlifts, and then the second part of this video is going to be a Q&A. Before we get into the Q&A, right now I'm going to go ahead and start with deadlifts. And today I gotta do 335 for one AMRAP set. And last week, or no, 3 weeks ago, I didn't do too well on my AMRAP set, so today is redemption. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this leg workout. Alright guys, so after the sumo and conventional AMRAPs, which by the way, the sumo AMRAP, I did better than I expected. The last time I touched 335, sumo is when I did 1 rep, and that was actually my highest deadlift max a couple years ago. But as for the conventional, I was kind of upset because you guys have seen in all my videos I'm a conventional puller. But low key, coach, if you're watching this, why are you trying to convert me to sumo, man? But anyways, on the conventional, I honestly wanted 8, but I got 7. But yeah, right now I'm warming up my shoulders, and then we're gonna hop into some bench. How to kill your self-esteem 101. Stand next to this guy. I hate you, bruh. Alright, what's going on, guys? So I just completed my workout. I'm not gonna lie, at the beginning it wasn't the best. That's because I was a little too busy screwing around with Kevin and Damien. But towards the end, I finished strong. I got that done. Also, I wanted to ask you guys, which I forgot to ask earlier, what do you guys think of the new setup and the quality? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like I'm in love. Like I'm just having so much fun recording this video, and seeing my face and seeing the quality of it, it's just making me so motivated to produce more content for you guys. But to be honest, I'm kind of starting to run out of video ideas. That's because I'm not shredded, so I can't really make ab videos or stuff like that because people won't listen to me unless I look a certain way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the quality and the audio quality down below in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and film the Q&A in a couple of days. That's because in my last video, which I have not posted, I literally spent from 10 a.m. up until I came to the gym tonight to edit the video and try to get it up today. Q&A, but I totally forgot about the thumbnail, and I always forget about the thumbnail. But anyways, the point is, in that video, I went ahead and I asked you guys, or I let you guys know that I'll be filming a Q&A. And since all of you guys, or most of you guys, don't follow me on Instagram, I wanted to give you guys a chance to let you ask questions. And if you guys had any, leave them down in the comments below. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the comments, if there's any. And then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and film the Q&A then. Alright, what's going on, guys? So welcome to the Q&A portion of this video. Before we go ahead and get into it, I just wanted to quickly apologize that if I stutter a lot, or if this Q&A does not come out good, or whatever, give me a break. This is my first time doing this. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Question number 1. Joseph Satilo, I'm sorry if I butchered that last part, Joseph. He asked me 2019 goals. Now, to be honest with you guys, I got a lot of goals in mind. Some of my 2019 goals. 1, I want to be able to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. 2, I want to travel more. 3, I want to try and read more books, or more specifically, I want to try and double the amount of books I read last year. And believe it or not, last year, I read more books that year than I did the previous 19 years of my entire existence. And last year, I read 4 books. This year I want to try to read 8. Another thing is I want to try to be more sociable, go out to more social events like concerts, parties and stuff like that. I am a very introverted person, but since the new year's around, I really told myself I want to put myself out there. I want to step outside of my comfort zone and give myself a chance to new experiences. And then the second to last goal that I'm going to tell you guys is I want to strengthen my current friendships and build new relationships with new people. And then lastly, maybe this year, if I somehow get lucky, or God knows, maybe get a girlfriend or find a girlfriend this year. That question we're just gonna have to stay tuned for, but obviously I'm not gonna go out and look for one. I'm gonna continue working on myself and let it find me. Question number 2. Larry_Gal asks, tips on increasing deadlift. Alright, Larry, I'm gonna break this down into 3 parts for you. Number 1, continue to practice proper form. Make sure you don't go too heavy. If you do go too heavy and you notice your form is off, just don't be afraid to drop the weight, man. Drop the ego, work on your form. Number 2, hop on a structured program, because if you're trying to increase your deadlift specifically for powerlifting, I personally think powerlifting is more on the technical and structural side. So you gotta be more specific with how you're going to achieve certain numbers. And doing bro science workouts or bro split workouts is not going to last forever. So yeah, hop on a good program, make sure it has you working on different weaknesses of your deadlift. And that actually leads me into number 3. Find which part of your deadlift is weaker and put a little bit more extra emphasis on that. So what I mean by that is, for example, there's 2 parts to the deadlift. 1, you have pulling off the ground, and then 2nd, you have the lockout. So if you struggle with pulling off the ground, an exercise I feel you should incorporate into your workout regimen would be the deficit deadlift. That's if you struggle with off the ground. If you struggle with, let's say for example, from the knee up, the lockout portion of the deadlift, I would suggest either doing block pulls or rack pulls to strengthen the upper part of your deadlift. But yeah, moving on, these next 2 questions are by the same person. So question 1 of 2, Champion Games asked, what do you think of working with your new coach? Honestly, I love it. I've got no complaints whatsoever. I'm doing great. I'm slowly getting bigger and I'm getting stronger. Question number 2 of 2, Champion Games asked, will you ever bench more than Alex? Alex, if you're watching this, or when you're watching this, I will bench more than you. Question number 5, Austin Lou Official asked, how and what did you do to earn your current car? So how did I earn my current car? I got a job basically. I've been working since I was 17 and I've been through 3 different jobs. My first job being at Burger King, my second job being at a hotel, and my third job now being a trainer at Fitness 19. So yeah, number 1 is I got a job. What did I do to earn my current car? And for those of you guys that don't know, I should have said this at the beginning, I currently drive a 2018 Subaru BRZ, brand new. But yeah, what did I do to earn my current car, Austin? I just saved my money. I budgeted my money the last couple years. And how I did that, I basically did not spend my money on dumb shit. I only spent my money on stuff I needed. So like for example, I only spent my money on food, gas, clothes, what else? I guess personal hygiene. I didn't spend my money on stuff I wanted, like let's say Yeezys or designer stuff or whatever I wanted. I didn't spend my money on it because, believe it or not, the last 2 years I was so driven to get out of that Toyota Corolla I was driving because that car was just frustrating me on the freeway. Because I remember every time I drove that car, I would be on the freeway, I'd be in the far right lane and people would tailgate me up the ass. Even even if I was going 10 or 15 miles above the speed limit, the car was just too fucking slow that for the last 2 years up until last June, I just grinded my ass off. Whenever my coworkers were sick and my managers asked me to cover their shifts, I would do that. Whenever I was offered hours, I would take it. I did whatever I could to save up money for it. Hell, you guys see me wear the same outfits 2 to 3 times out of the week. And sometimes, man, especially if you don't have much money and you're trying to work for something, you gotta do whatever it takes to get to that goal that you want, and that's exactly what I did. These next 2 questions are going to be by the same person. I'm going to do my best to keep them short because I actually have a lot more questions than I had expected, and I want to be sure to get to all of them if I can. So, Damien_Evans asked, what is your favorite exercise? Favorite compound lift would be the deadlift. That's the lift that I can lift the most amount of weight, and that's the one I'm most confident in, and that's the one that makes me feel strong. And in terms of isolation, it would probably have to be pull-ups, because pull-ups have taught me patience. Because believe it or not, when I first started doing pull-ups, I absolutely could never feel it in my back whatsoever. Whenever I trained with my friends, they always tell me how pull-ups are such a good back exercise, and they would always feel it in their lats and their back. And whenever I tried to do it, I would only feel it in my biceps. What I did is I kept practicing, I stayed persistent, and I didn't give up. And eventually now, when I do pull-ups, I feel it all in my back. Next question Damien asks is, best advice you'd give to someone who's new to lifting? So best advice I would have to give is, if you're just starting out, if you're completely new to weights, stay in a surplus. Stay in a caloric surplus for the first couple of years, because for the first 1 to 2 years, your body's gonna go through this phase that I call noob gains. And what noob gains is basically a phase where your body is putting on muscle so fast at such a rapid pace that every single training session, you're literally getting bigger and stronger. So my biggest advice is do not bulk for 6 months and then shred down during that period of time. Take full advantage of it, because as the years go by, building muscle gets harder and harder. And on top of that, make sure you have structure in your training. Don't just go into the gym not knowing what the fuck you're gonna do. Make sure you have a good workout split. Make sure every week you're increasing either the weight, the number of sets, or the number of reps. Follow the method of progressive overload, and then in due time you're guaranteed to get some amazing results. Weak_Lil_guy asks, how you liking the gains, big dog? And for those of you that don't know, this is actually my coach, Andrew. Andrew, to answer your question, I'm loving the gains, man. The strength is going up every week. My form is getting a lot better thanks to you, which I greatly appreciate. And I'm starting to notice some size. However though, I feel like we can possibly add some more arm work, because I feel like my arms aren't as big as the rest of my body, or they're smaller compared to the rest of my body. I feel like my arms need more work, but I put my 100% trust into you, Andrew, and so far I'm loving it. Next question. Ethiopian_Goddess21 asks, how do you always stay so motivated no matter what? Now, this might be a long answer, but to be honest, long story short, I don't always stay motivated. It may seem like I'm always motivated, but that's because I like seeing other people happy. I don't like people going through what I had to go through. And for those of you that don't know, for the last couple of years, I believe for the last 4 or 5 years, I do deal with depression and anxiety. I have a lot of dark days, and I don't like dealing with pain, and I don't like seeing other people in pain especially. So what I do is I try to really make other people happy, and I try to motivate people and uplift them to go out and continue to work for what they want. But yeah, to be honest, what keeps me motivated is you guys that are watching this video, my supportive friends, and people that are not strangers, but people that come across my social media and they watch me, or they look at, or they read my posts and they tell me that I inspire them and that I motivate them. Hell, that keeps me driven to keep going. But like I said, I don't always stay driven, and on those days that you're not motivated, you got to build discipline. Building discipline is just like building a muscle. It takes fucking time and work. At first, it's going to be very hard. There's gonna be a lot of days where you don't wanna do what you have to do. There's gonna be a lot of days where you're depressed, that you don't wanna do anything. But if you can push yourself on those days to get up, to show up, to put in work, to give it your 110% day in and day out on those days, I don't see why you can't have anything you want in this life. And a lot of successful entrepreneurs that I've had the privilege of talking to, one being a good friend of mine, Derek, he's told me those are the days that separates the winners from the losers, and those are the days that help build character. So yeah, I don't always stay motivated, but I try to work on my discipline. I'm not the best, but I'm working on it. That's the thing. I just refuse to give up. That's basically all there is to it. I just refuse to give up. No matter how many times life knocks me down, I do my best in getting up. Moving on, Gian Smalls asked, have you ever thought about being a motivational speaker? You're pretty damn good at it. Well, Gian, if you're watching this video, I greatly appreciate it. And to all my friends that tell me, I greatly appreciate it. But to answer your question, yes, I have thought about being a motivational speaker. The thing is though, I don't know where the fuck to start. And I know you're thinking to yourself, well, Mazyar, you have a cell phone right here, man, or you have a fucking laptop. Go on the fucking internet and figure this shit out. Well, I've tried. From what the internet has told me is that I should be booking speaking events, but I don't know how the fuck to do that, or I don't know how to get my foot into the door for my first event. So, if any of you guys are watching this, or if any of you guys out there that are watching this are motivational speakers or getting into this, or you know how to help me get started, please help your boy out. Leave a comment down below. Go to my Instagram, DM me, email me, because I genuinely want to do it. I love helping people. I love inspiring people. It just makes me feel so good inside, and it's a feeling that money cannot give me. Next question. Meg_Niji asked, do abs count on a skinny guy? In my personal opinion, no. That's because, my guy, you had no fat to begin with. Yeah, that's my short answer. You had no fat to begin with, so who are you to say, oh, I worked for these abs? The last 3 questions are asked by the same person, but I'm going to go ahead and address just 2 of them just because I feel like this video has been long enough. So, first one, Brinks.fit. Brian, I'm sorry if I pronounced that first part of your handle wrong. He asked me, what started it all? Why did you decide to start working out? Well, believe it or not, guys, this is the same story as my friend Dustin. I got into weight training because of basketball. I remember the first 2 years of trying out for my high school basketball team. I didn't make it. The coaches told me I was just too slow. I was too skinny, I wasn't big enough, and I wasn't strong enough or fast enough that I told my friends, Jeremiah, Peter, and River about it, and they told me, how would you try getting into the gym? And at first, I was a little bit hesitant about it. I didn't like the idea of going to the gym. I wasn't really confident in myself, but they pushed me to going in there, and to be honest, over time, I've just developed a love for it that I decided to just hang up the jersey, you would say, and stop playing basketball, and now I've just been working out for the last 4 years, and I plan on continuing for the rest of my life. Alright guys, so that wraps up all the Instagram questions. I do have one question on YouTube that I want to go ahead and address, or one question that I got in the comments. So, Buster Blader asks, is there an exercise that is not too tiring and has lots of benefits in your opinion? To be honest, there is no exercise out there, in my opinion, that I feel that is not too tiring. Exercising in general takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy from your body. If I do come across one, Buster, I'll be sure to let you know down in the comments. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up my first Q&A. I hope I answered your questions, and I hope I answered them well. I know there's a lot of stuttering, and my responses were kind of all over the place. I apologize once again. But regardless, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, be sure to do me a favor and smash the like button. Smash the thumbs up for your boy, because he's been putting in work recently. Next thing, be sure to do me a favor, leave a comment down below, share this video with your friends and your family, and if you're new here, you want to go ahead and do 2 things for me. First of all, you want to go ahead and click that red subscribe button to be a part of the family, to be a part of the journey, to be a part of the fun. And second of all, you want to go ahead and turn that post notifications, that bell button right there, so you get notified of whenever I upload a video, and so that you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Thank you all for your continuous love and support, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace!